Obama furious after Americans call him out as real source of America's racial hatred. Since the violence in Charlottesville over a week ago, the liberal media has been working overtime slamming President Trump over his response to the car attack by James Fields. Evidently, his words were not good enough for the mainstream media, and since that fateful day they have been doing everything in their power to take Trump down. One of the biggest complaints about Trump's comments was when he stated that many sides were to blame for the violence in Charlottesville that left one counter-protester dead. 2 days later, Trump condemned white supremacy after receiving an enormous amount of backlash. President Trump may have received backlash for not condemning white supremacy soon enough. But within 48 hours, our president did what was right and called out the alt-right. That's much sooner than when Obama condemned the Baltimore and Ferguson riots. Oh wait, that's right. To this day the American people are still waiting for Obama to condemn the violent BLM and Antifa organizations. If anyone should be blamed for the division in America, look no further than Barack Obama. For 8 years, our former commander-in-chief fanned the flames of racial tension and bitterly divided the nation. We are at war not because of Trump, but because of what Obama did and said during his presidency. After the events in Charlottesville, a meme was posted that perfectly summed up the whole situation. According to Conservative Tribune. Interestingly enough, many of the people on the left who have condemned Trump for not calling out the KKK, neo-Nazis and similar scum of society, even though he has, were silent when President Barack Obama didn't come out to condemn not the Black Lives Matter movement after similar violent protests when he was in office. The Facebook page of former Representative Allen B. West posted a meme on Monday comparing the left's willingness to blame Trump for all racial violence in America, and their silence when it came to blaming Obama for violent riots. So the left wants to blame Trump for the violent protests of white nationalists in Charlottesville, Virginia, read the meme. Does that mean we can finally blame Obama for all the violent protests of Black Lives Matter in Ferguson, Baltimore, Milwaukee, and Charlotte? Not to mention all the police officers assassinated by BLM supporters? It continued. This image does have a point. There were many riots that caused millions of dollars in property damage during Obama's presidency, but few on the left ever demanded that he be held accountable for doing little to stop the violence. The comments under the image were very mixed. Some expressed anger at the meme implying that the Black Lives Matter movement was a violent organization, and stated that the violent riots and the Charlottesville confrontation were two very different things. Others pointed out that liberals have been just as violent, referencing the shooting in Alexandria, Virginia, where a deranged liberal tried to assassinate Republican members of Congress. Republicans certainly demanded that Obama be held accountable for his role in the violence, but the media never bothered to do anything to demand to know why he wasn't condemning the groups associated with the destruction of major American cities. Liberals need to accept that there are violent thugs on both sides, as Trump said, and that all of those who commit violence, whether in the name of the KKK or the Black Lives Matter movement, need to be held accountable for their actions. If the media is going to publicly condemn Trump for his response to Charlottesville, they must hold liberals like Obama to the same standard. There cannot be two sets of standards when it comes to dealing with those who want to destroy and kill. In a perfect world, the media would be unbiased, and the American people would be able to decide for themselves. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world, and the MSM has been on a witch hunt for President Trump since the day he was sworn in as our POTUS. If it wasn't for Obama, our country may not have been set back years, and the American people might actually be working together instead of fighting in the streets. We must get past the race thing in this country if we are ever to move forward.